Hello. Okay, I was going to sit, but I have to walk because the wind comes up in gusts. So we're in the trees right now. Waiting for next time. I'm always waiting. I'll wait till later. I can't do it now, right? What does that do for you? Look at my hair, so freaking. What does that do? Well, what it does is it's telling yourself that you're never ready. It's kind of saying no to yourself consistently, right? It's saying that there's always going to be things in the way. So it's just kind of convincing yourself that it's not time, it's not time, it's not time. I'm not worthy of spending time on me. I can't do it right now. You know, all these things that go through your head, right? It's just you, again, turning your back on yourself. And it's kind of like a story because it's just always waiting. One day, I'm going to start exercising again. One day I'm going to find out what works for me. One day I'm going to clear all this up. Right now I'm way too busy. Right now there's just no way, right? Continually denying yourself in the moment that it is important that you do something right now. So when there's something that you're like, oh my God, I should be doing this. I want to do this. I could be doing this. An opportunity comes up, whatever. But then you find yourself, I don't know. It's not the right time. I don't think this is when I should do it. Those are doubts, right? Those could be doubts and fears. They also could be that you're not trusting yourself. So when you don't trust yourself, you don't want to really go ahead with something, because if you go ahead with something, that means, oh my God, I'm committing to this, and that means I'm going to have to follow through. That means I'm going to have to make changes, and I don't know if I'm ready to make those changes yet. So when you say, I'm not ready, it's not time, I'll do it next time, it gets you off the hook. It gets you off the hook. Then you can feel good. You're like, oh, you know, it's good. It's a good choice. Absolutely, it's not the right time. Oh, of course you can't do it right now, right? So it's just giving you an excuse. It's just giving you an out, and you're using it as an excuse, and then you just stay stuck. You stay, and then 6 months from now, it's the same thing. Oh my God, when is there ever going to be time? When am I really going to do it? I should do it. I should have done it. Maybe I should have done it. Oh, but I can't now because this has come up, right? The whole thing about, well, you know, right now in my life, this is busy, or it's always that way. It's always going to be that way. And I know when, you know, many women in this group do not do any type of coaching. So when you have your own business like me, you are doing a lot of coaching with coaches, working on your mindset, taking chances that are beyond your comfort zone to move and build your business. And I've avoided many of them. That's why I'm speaking about this. Believe me, I have avoided a lot. But where has it got me? No, I totally regret not taking those chances back then. I totally regret saying no so many times, or saying, no, I just don't quite have enough money. Maybe it's not something I should spend money on. Maybe this just isn't for me. All of those things. Stop the overthinking. The overthinking is only your little protection mechanism to keep you safe, which is okay, but do you really want to stay in the same situation, right? So if there's something you want to change, by continually seeing that you put it off over and over again, and you're always saying there's no time, and it's an impossible time for me right now, you're keeping your life the same. You're telling your life that those other things in it are obviously a priority, obviously more important than you, than something you know that you may want to do, or maybe you're even thinking I should be doing this, but you're using excuses to get out of it, so you don't really have to make those changes, get out of your comfort zone and commit to you and do something different. Maybe you're afraid you won't get results. Maybe you're afraid that you're going to sabotage yourself. Maybe you're afraid you're going to quit halfway through. And that happens. That absolutely can happen. But you got to take that chance. And you get back up and you try again, right? It's like a kid riding a bike. They start riding a bike, they fall over, you know, cry, whatever, so many times, but they don't stop. They continue to do it until they do it well. They're out of their comfort zone, they're feeling nervous, they're feeling frustrated, all of those things. Yet as adults, we avoid that at all costs, right? Or you try something for like the biggest thing. I tried eating healthier, I tried doing keto, or I tried doing intermittent fasting. I've tried this, I've tried that, and it didn't work. And then I asked, well, how long did you really try it for? Well, 3 weeks. And you know, they probably didn't go all in, right? Probably not. Probably kind of half in. So you could see, well, I'm going to go half in, and then, you know, I'm going to do my best, which is maybe half. And then if I don't get results, well, then see, it proves that it's not working. It proves it right there, right? That's what we do. That's what we do. So it's time to change that. So I'm calling out the women who notice that within themselves, who are like, oh my God, that's what I've been doing, right? When you recognize that, that's what you're doing, because believe me, I have. I recognize that. And this year's a really big one for me. I'm really going, screw it. I am not getting scared. I am not continually saying next time. I've stopped all of that, because you know what? No, I have a clear vision of what I want now, how I want to be, how I want to feel, what I want to do in my life, the freedom I want to have. So I'm going for it, because literally I'm 57. Like, what the hell am I waiting for? What is anybody waiting for, right? So if you're somebody, and in this group, I see a lot of people wanting to lose weight. They join my group, answer those questions about wanting to lose weight and this and that, but they don't do anything. They don't do anything about it. They just listen to my videos, hope that that's magically going to happen for them, hope that they're magically going to find the solutions themselves, and that their body's going to magically change. Not going to happen. Just getting real, not going to happen. I mean, some people do get amazing results, but that's because they're the type of people that commit to themselves. They say yes to themselves. They go all in, and they actually do the stuff. But if you're like just scared to go all in, or so topsy-turvy, or so like, I don't know, I just don't know. I don't know if I like this. I can't find a smoothie I like, which is complete crap, right? I don't want to eat salads every day. It's cold outside. I can't have a smoothie. It's cold outside. I can't have a salad. That's just, those are all excuses, right? You're just finding ways to get out of it. And then what happens, and I'm not beating up anybody. And then what happens is you're like, well, my belly, and I don't like this weight gain, and I'm feeling so tired, and I'm feeling so stressed, and I don't know what to do, and it's so confusing. So then you sign up for all these free things, and you try this and that from everybody for a little while. Nothing seems to work, and you're all confused again, and you're overwhelmed, and then the cycle just continues. Just continues, right? Just continues. But doesn't have to be that way. No. So if you're somebody who's like, okay, I'm done with that, and you're really ready to feel empowered, be empowered. You know, we're women, and we're acting from our younger child all the time. Boy, have I done that. And I've realized that a lot from myself this year. I've just seen the way, because I have a rebel child inside me, right? I'm such a rebel child. She doesn't like to follow rules. She doesn't like to be told what to do. She's going to figure things out on her own. And if she doesn't like to do something, she'll say, screw it, right? Where has that got me, though? So I really, like with what I did for my weight and exercise and all that, I got the knowledge, I trained myself, I studied, I researched, I found what worked for me, and I didn't give up until I did. In my business, I'm convinced to do that now, because I'm like, I know myself, I don't follow strict guidelines. I like to do things I like to do. So in my programs, and this is why it's so different. That's why my programs are so different. And this is what I really want to stress. You, in my program, are in charge of your life and your responsibility for that. We work together, helping you find what will work for you. No fighting against it, but also noticing when your sabotagers come up, when your mindset is off and you start to use excuses and stories. You know, I call you out when I see you taking so many steps backwards, maybe because you're like almost about to give up. And we work on that through it's actually going to be longer than 6 weeks, because I'm going to be letting people in as time goes on. So we'll probably stretch it. The group will be open for 2 months, right? And because I'm really passionate about this, on showing women that you are the ones who are empowered and get to find a way to do this. Whatever if you wish to lose weight, if you just focus on health, because you're like, you know what? I just really want to be healthy, active, independent as I age. I don't want to be in a home, or I don't want someone to have to take care of me. I don't want to be in a scooter, right? So whatever your reason is for wanting to do this, for having more energy, for decreasing the stress, for really getting your life back in order, your body into better balance, and taking in the whole body, mind, soul thing, and really working on yourself as a whole being, because that's what's so important. you can feel more calm, more focused, more clarity, more happiness, more passion, more purpose, more joy, right? It doesn't have to be this constant struggle. You're not meant to just survive. And I think so many women are just living every day and just surviving. That's because you have this belief and this conditioning that that's the only way to live. It isn't. It isn't. So when you get surrounded by people who think differently, who guide you in a different direction, who show you what's really possible for you, who show you also, like I can show you that it doesn't have to be hard, you're making it far too hard, right? That it can be easy. And when you begin to shift your thoughts, beliefs, and all of that into, this is what I'm doing for me. I am choosing this for me. I am now choosing this. I now know this. I now believe this, right? All of that, that's when the inner shifts happen. Oh, my hair. That's when the inner shifts happen. And that's when your life changes for the better and for the good, without on again, off again, struggle, sabotage, freaking out, fear, worry, all of those things, right? So it really is an inner thing. And the great thing about my programs is that we work on the inner and the outer at the same time. Therefore, you are making the changes. And so it's really about connecting to you and feeling what works well for you, right? Wow, this change feels really good for me. I am deciding this. So when you decide, when you choose, when you commit to you and what you decide to, so someone else may be choosing another path, but you're going to choose your path and you commit to that because it feels good for you. It feels right for you. Then you continue down that. You decide this is what I'm doing. And it can change, but you've got to have a starting point. That's the power that happens when you take power over your lives. That is so empowering. That's when real change happens. That's when you feel so good about yourself because you're like, oh my God, I'm doing this. Like I'm actually making these changes that I wasn't able to make before. And I'm noticing results so much faster, right? So that's my new program, Midlife Reset. And for a couple more days, you get a one-on-one session with me if you sign up right now. And the one-on-one session is where we get to go really deep into finding your real truth. Sorry if it's loud. Your real truth, your why, getting clear on what has been holding you back, because we're often unaware. You're like, I don't know. Like my mindset stuff, it's when I have a coach call me out and say, this is what I noticed about you. And I go, oh my God, I didn't even notice. And then I can begin to shift that. Whereas if she didn't point it out to me, I probably would have never made those shifts within myself and then never had the results that I really wanted to have. So in the one-on-one sessions, we get really clear. Plus, you may need help with the exercise or rearranging parts of your life to add this, or getting clear on what do I have to start doing right now so that I will not give up on this, right? All of those types of things. Anyways. Okay. Thank you for Thank you for being on my journey. Being out in this beautiful greenery. Green's my favorite color. That is because of all the nature, because I love nature. So, DianaMarchand.com/midlife-reset. Come and join us. We start pre-work on Monday, May 10th. And I'm going to still be enrolling people in that week. But the special deal for the one-on-one session with me ends in a couple days. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. We can get on a phone call, and I never force anybody to join. So if you want to get on a call with me and just see, I'm really confused. I don't know if this is for me. I'm scared that it won't work. Whatever. Let me know. Message me on Facebook. No obligation, no cost to get on a call and talk more, because maybe you have something that you're thinking, I don't know if this would work for that. So I'm here for you. Have an absolutely amazing day. It's time for you to stop putting things off, because I hate to say it, we're not getting any younger, right? So how do you choose to live your life now and in the future? How do you choose to feel? That's something to think about. Okay, bye-bye.